In the summer of 2024, America stood at a crossroads. The nation was divided, uncertain, and one decision changed everything. President Joe Biden stepped down from the race, and in that silence that followed, one name rose to the surface. A woman who had walked the corridors of power for years now stood at the center of history. 107 days. That's all she had. 107 days to prove she was ready to carry the weight of a divided country. At first, the nation didn't believe in her. The media questioned her strength. Even members of her own party whispered that she wasn't the right one. But in the quiet hours, she built a campaign from the ashes of chaos and faced an impossible clock, ticking louder every single day. She didn't start with celebration, she started with. And maybe that's what made her human. Inside her memoir, she doesn't glorify her rise. She reveals the cracks beneath the surface, the sleepless nights, the endless strategy calls, and the fear that one wrong word could destroy everything. Every interview felt like walking through fire, every headline a test of survival. And yet, behind closed doors, she found herself smiling. Because she believed that even in the storm, she could still stand tall. She speaks about moments of silence, those late nights when she scrolled through her phone, seeing hate and hope mixed in the same feed. She writes about being underestimated, about being told to smile more, about how a black woman in politics has to be twice as calm, twice as sharp, and still, somehow, never enough. But isn't just about politics. It's about the pressure that builds when the cameras fade, the exhaustion of pretending to be strong when all you want is one night of peace. She talks about her husband, how he tried to protect her from the storm, and how sometimes love feels like a campaign too. There were birthdays missed, arguments whispered through closed doors, and the haunting question she kept asking herself. And still, she kept moving forward. Because for Kamala Harris, she built her team. She traveled from state to state, and in every crowd, she searched for connection. Mothers, students, nurses, people who just wanted to believe that politics could still mean something good. She listened, she stumbled, and she learned that leadership isn't about perfection. As the campaign moved closer to its final weeks, the pressure grew unbearable. She faced brutal debates, relentless criticism, and betrayal from those who once smiled beside her. But through it all, Harris found a strange kind of peace. She realized that power doesn't always come from winning. Sometimes it comes from standing, even when everyone expects you to fall. In the final pages of her book, she reflects on the meaning of those 107 days. She doesn't call them a victory, and she doesn't call them a loss. She calls them because those days changed her. They stripped away illusion and left only truth. Power, she writes, is not about control. It's about standing in the storm and still remembering who you are. The election didn't end the way she hoped, but the story didn't end either. She walked away not defeated, but transformed. Kamala Harris reminds us that sometimes the shortest chapters in history can carry the deepest meaning. 107 days wasn't enough to win a presidency, but it was enough to reveal a person. In the end, isn't about politics at all. It's about finding your voice when the world tells you to be quiet. It's about reminding all of us that leadership isn't born from certainty, but from courage. Because when everything seems impossible and the clock is running out, you don't need a lifetime to prove your worth. 107 days is all it takes.